I want to release my game, Project Torrim, on the anniversary of the first devlog, the 19th of April. That's 2 weeks from the start of this development week, so I don't have much time to get the game ready. As such, I'm going through every task on my Trello board to determine, is this crucial for the game's release? This is going to be a hard task, as a year of development gives you plenty of time to think of new ideas for the game, and devlogs allow you to gain ideas from a wider community. So every idea cut feels like it's taking away from what this game could be, but without drawing the line somewhere, the game never will be, so would it even matter? How's it going everybody, I'm Lewis, also known as Scaffles, and welcome to the 46th devlog for Project Torrim, my Iron Age fantasy tower defense game. Last week I finally sorted out all the performance issues in the game, which felt absolutely fantastic. And this week I'm looking at a pile of bugs in my Trello board and hoping I can tick off as many as possible, so going into next week I should hopefully have an easy time releasing the game. Depending on how that goes, this could possibly be the final devlog on the game, but hopefully not. So without any further ado, I'm going to dive in and take you through the highlights at the end of this week. It's come to the end of my development week and I've managed to tick off a lot of tasks I had on my Trello board. First were some issues with the mobile version of the game. Before I got into performance work, I was looking at an Android build, and there was a dead click issue and some people raised concerns about the UI size, especially on small screens. Luckily the new collision system fixed the dead clicks, and I found the UI size fine on my mobile. Unfortunately I have found one issue on mobile that causes the game to crash. This is when the game hits the sound effect limit for Android. Hopefully I can fix this next week. Next, there were some graphical issues with the projectiles that appeared due to the performance tweaks. The particle system that follows the projectile no longer appears at the projectile's last position, and the particle system now fades from the projectile's colour to white. Another graphical issue, I fixed some animations that were being reset for one frame before moving on to their next state for both explosions and falling tents. The last graphical issue, I gave each tier of enemy its own depth value so they don't fight for the screen space. Finally, there were a number of small tower issues, including when you buy a tower it will immediately begin dragging, towers cannot be placed on bases, freezer tower particles are now behind the tower itself, and towers snap to an 8x8 grid, which makes them a lot easier to be placed down. It was great fixing all these issues and I really think the game is almost ready for release. There are just a few bugs left, including the mobile sound issue I mentioned previously, and I want to do a final sweep of the game's balance before release. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully I can fix all of the bugs next week and release a devlog on it, so make sure you subscribe to get notified when that is released. Also please follow scaffles.itch.io to get notified when the actual game is released. I'm aiming for the 19th of April and that will be the platform it will be released on. I hope you've enjoyed watching this devlog for Project Torrim. Leave the video a like to let me know you did. Thank you and I'll see you next time.